Okay, guys, look, let me say something about football. Let me talk about wide receivers and quarterbacks. Obviously, they go together. The quarterback throws the ball to the wide receiver. But sometimes the announcers, ESPN, the NFL, the announcers, everybody has their own opinion. Sometimes quarterbacks become great Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Receivers become great. If the quarterback and the receiver has great talent, if they study their playbook, if they're tough, if they're hard, um, all those things help in the improvement of those guys at that position, and it helps propel them towards that Hall of Fame career, which is what they all look for and want anyway. But in any sport, and you guys that have played sports, you'll know what I'm talking about. Instincts, instinctive things. Those are things that probably come from God. And listen, wide receivers break out, the ball is snapped, he looks at the coverage. Look, I'm not talking about guys like Marshall Faulk. I'm not. I think Marshall Faulk may be one of the top two or three smartest players in football at any position. But look, I'm saying instincts. You got to have good instincts. So I'm not putting everybody in Marshall Faulk's category. But when you come off the ball, you're looking at the same defense that the quarterback is looking at. You see it from a different position, though, because you're in a slot or you're a wide out. Sometimes you're in the backfield because, but you have to see what the defense is doing. You have to see the guy that's covering you, but you also have to see where the coverage is set, how it's set up. You have to see an open space. You have to know how to get in between that open space. You have to put your body in front of the other guy. You just like playing basketball. You know when your coach says, "Meet the ball." Come on, Ron, meet the ball, meet the ball, meet the ball. There are so many guys making 10 million bucks a year that don't know how to meet the ball. I'm a little guy. I don't know how many interceptions I'd have. How many guys would take the ball from me? I can't imagine. It wouldn't be a lot though. I might be in jail or in prison or something, but it wouldn't be a lot of guys because I'm not letting them take the ball. It's my instinct. I don't care what the rules say. I don't care what the team says. I don't care what the coach says. Get me right, fellas. Don't put me in jail right now thinking this guy knows nothing about football. The real football players. They'll know what I'm talking about. I'm saying it might take me years to learn how to not be instinctive. That may never happen. Instincts. You need instincts. Sometimes great wide receivers can make good quarterbacks go straight to the Hall of Fame. That's the way that works. You have to see the coverage. You have to know where to go. You have a route to run, a post, a little hook, a 10-yard out, a 20-yard out, a slant. I don't care what the pattern is. The guys that are defending you, you got to watch them and you got to kind of see where the coverage are. Guys like Darrelle Revis, Jack Tatum, Ronnie Lott, Rod Woodson, Dawson used to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. He went to the Broncos later in his career. But some guys hit hard. Some guys cover well. Some guys do all of that. Now Dion was the best cover guy. But you know what? Prime time, he probably was the best. Just shut down cover. But we had a guy. You won't believe this. But the guy that was probably the best cover guy for the Raiders was number 22, Haynes. He originally was drafted by the Patriots, I think, and then the Raiders got him early in his career. He played on the other side of Lester to Mo Lester, Lester Hayes. That guy was the best cover guy. I put him in the same class with Dion. But Haynes nor Dion knock people teeth out like Jack Tatum or Ronnie Lott. But it's different. We're talking instincts. You see how we get back to instincts? But instinctively, how your feet move, how your hands move, your bodies move, that makes you cover well. That makes you catch the ball well. You got to catch the ball, but knowing where to go so the quarterback can throw you the ball. I don't care what pass pattern you're running. You have to have some instincts to even run the pattern that you've studied all week. You have to have instincts, guys, okay? You got to be looking. You got to be knowing where you're going. I watched that Victor Cruz. He's a young kid. He's a young kid. That guy is tremendous. They got guys, Megatron. He's taller, bigger. Andre Johnson, the guy in the Texas, the Houston Texans. That big strong guy. You got some guy. You got Dez Bryant with the Cowboys, who I can't put him in that class yet because he doesn't play the same way every week. I don't know. Maybe he has some things going on at home. I don't know what the hell, but instinctively he's not that great. I'm talking about him in the same conversation with Michael Irvin and all the other guys. The reason I'm talking about him is because he could be. Because the instincts, he has the instincts. He's mean enough. He's mean enough. When he's going to get the ball, it's already in his mind. Man, fuck you, man. Man, fuck you, man. Look, you understand what I'm saying? Football people. Man, fuck you, man. Man, if you don't have that instinct, I'm going to take the ball from you every time. I don't care how well you run the pattern. Maybe if your name is Bambi. Maybe if you're Lance Rensel, from the San Diego Chargers. Because that guy had so much skill. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of him. I saw some. But if you're just that fast, maybe you can run your pattern. But you still got to have instincts. Because you can be a speed demon. You can run a 4-flat 40. If you got a safety back there, if Polamalu wasn't so busy worrying about knocking the shit out of running backs, if he just played deep like some safeties do, then you'd have that problem because he's going to knock your teeth out. He will knock your teeth out. I don't care how fast you are. He's going to knock your teeth out. Man, it's something in you. It's instincts that make you say to yourself, I'm not going to let this guy keep catching the ball, man. I'm going to outrun him, outmaneuver him, or I'm going to crack that ass. I'm going to crack that ass. If he's bigger, stronger, faster, I'm going to eat more spinach. I'm going to take more vitamins. I'm going to do more push-ups. I'm going to do more road work. I'm going to go to church and pray on it. I'm going to talk to my friends about it. But I'm going to crack that ass, man. I'm not going to let you beat me down all day long. I'm watching Nnamdi Asomugha from the Raiders. I don't know. I'm not really that thrilled with that defensive system they got in Philadelphia. But I know he has great instincts. He could be a little more physical for me. I think you need to have your hands on a guy. I don't know how far the rules let you go. But you need to be touching a guy. You need to be touching a guy. I'm touching a guy. I don't care what I'm playing. We could play basketball. It's a non-contact sport, right? The guy I'm guarding, we're going to fight. In the first 5 minutes of the game, we're going to fight or we're going to have a good game. But I'm going to touch him. I'm going to put my hands on his motherfucking ass. I'm going to touch him. You got to touch a guy. You got to make him know, I'm here, motherfucker. You're not making a little sharp turn. You're not putting your body in front of me. You're not going to put your body between me and the ball. That's the key, man. You can run a real tight pattern, a close pattern. But if you put your body between the ball and the defender, you'll probably get it. If your hands are strong, you got good grippers, you'll get the ball. But come on, guys. Wide receivers got to know. They got to have instincts, man. They got to know what they're doing when they're trying to get the ball, okay? Let's not talk so much about patterns, pass patterns and practicing them. That is definitely a priority. We got to do all that. But you got to have good instincts. I see some guys in my career of watching sports. I've seen some guys come into the league in the first 2 or 3 years, if they last, they might not do anything. They might look like hell. But when they get it, talking about those instincts, when they get it, then they become great. I'm moving all over the world. I'm talking about Chauncey Billups when he came into basketball. I don't know. He might have played with 5 or 6 teams. He always was a great shooter. He's big. He's tough for a guard, especially for a point guard. He's really a two size. But when he did get it, when he got over there with Isaiah and my man from New Orleans, the general manager, when he got over there with the Detroit Pistons, I don't know if they let him do what he felt like doing, or it was just time in his life where he got it. He figured it out about the instincts, I mean. Man, he was so tremendously great. He still is. I mean, he's on the down end of his career now. But I use that example, which is basketball, totally not football. But it's a good example of how you can come in to the league, and if you don't have the proper instincts, that will stop you from being as great as you can be. You need to have instincts. Back to Dez Bryant with the Cowboys. I got a buddy, Reggie. He's sick right now. I hope you're feeling better, Reg. But when they got there, the old light-skinned boy, Hill, when he got there, because Hill got the right kind of attitude. I love him. I told Reggie right away. I said, Dez Bryant is just coming in here, Reg. He's a rookie, but he got grippers, he got moves, he got some speed, he got size. It's gonna be hell. I told Reggie that it's gonna look like the Green Bay receiving core, with Jennings and Bryant, with all of them guys, Jordy, the old man, old bald head, old fool. That fool is a dependable boy. That boy. But I told Reg the Cowboys with them two, they're gonna be something, boy. But then you see what happens. Hill got hurt, and he's been hurt a couple of times since Dez Bryant's been there. But Dez Bryant is not. I mean, he can catch the ball, man. We know he can run patterns, but everybody talks about something's going on in his life that's making him not be the guy we think he should be. And it could be, but it has to do with instincts. You can't just be all that shit I told you before about being tough. You can't just be tough and be a great receiver. Now I'm gonna tell you about that tough thing. Sterling Sharpe, Shannon Sharpe, a Hall of Fame. I love him, but Sterling Sharpe was the greatest to me. He would have maybe surpassed Jerry Rice, but you see that's how injuries fall into play. He had injuries. He didn't play that long, but he was my idea. If I'm buying a team and I got a young guy, a receiver, I'm taking Sterling Sharpe. I don't care who. I'm taking Sterling Sharpe. Mean, tough, big enough, instinctive enough. If let me tell you something. If the defender was in front of Sterling Sharpe and the ball was thrown, if it took a second and a half to get there, Sterling Sharpe would get in front of the defender and take the ball from him. Now, you understand what I'm talking about? Instincts, attitude. Man, you need that to play receiver in the NFL, okay?